Empire State to the Golden Gates. This is Quad Radio USA.
Oh, yeah.
Now, with all the dirt from the world of ATV motocross and GNCC racing, here's Mr. 10 Seconds, Rodney Tomlin.
And as we restart the broadcast here this evening, we say hello and welcome once again to Quad Radio Live as we globecast worldwide through quadradio.com here from the Shooters of Ohio Deer Camp in beautiful southeastern Ohio tonight. And tonight, of course, we go live with one of our good friends and one of our good buddies from down around this area, as a matter of fact. And this gentleman actually not only from around this area, but also just captured a pretty glorious, made a pretty glorious accomplishment, I think, there last weekend. That, of course, none other than one Norm Bickley, as we welcome Norm Bickley, part of the duo of the Team Hare Scramble Champions of the World Pro ATV class. And hello, Norm Bickley, and welcome to Quad Radio, buddy.
Hey, Rodney, thank you.
Good to have you on board, man. Has Walker jumped online just yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, when he does, we'll talk with him, of course. And first and foremost, I just want to say welcome to Quad Radio, man, and congratulations on a big win this past weekend that you share with Walker Fowler from the always fun and exciting Team Hare Scramble Championships of the World down there in Athens. Drew Wolf puts that on every year, and this is the 28th annual running. And I know that this year would have marked your 9th consecutive world title in the vet class, the 30-plus class. You had 8 coming into it, and you ended up losing that championship in the morning, but in the afternoon you teamed up with Walker Fowler, and you guys were able to win the pro class. And it was a nitty-gritty battle right down to the wire, huh?
Yeah, it was a good battle. It was fun.
I know that there was a lot of strategy and everything that we'll talk a little bit about whenever Walker gets on here. But for those folks that don't know Norm Bickley, Norm is actually a promoter from southeastern Ohio at a place called Fast Tracks down here. And Norm, for those folks that aren't necessarily familiar with Fast Tracks, I guess probably a good way to put it, if you're familiar with motocross or motorcycle racing in the southeastern Ohio area for a while, it was the old Action Sports motocross park down there off of US 33 in Nelsonville, Ohio, now known as Fast Tracks, something you've had, gosh, man, going on pretty much a decade or better now, huh?
Yeah, we've owned it for 8 years now, so it's getting close to a decade.
That's for sure. And Norm, you come from a pretty rich history in the industry yourself, working with the folks from Dirtworks. And actually, I don't know if you still do it or not, but you used to spend a lot of time building arena cross and supercross tracks and things like that, huh?
Yeah, actually, I still do it. I leave January 1st to head to California, and this will be my 20th year. I've been doing it since 1993 was my first year, so I can't wait to get to see the track out there in Anaheim, and that'll, like I leave January 1st to head out there for that.
Wow, that sounds like that's just an exciting job all the way around. And I hear somebody chiming in there, and I'm going to assume that's Walker Fowler. Is that correct?
Hey, it's me, it's Ernest T.
Well, good evening and welcome to the second half of our Team Hare Scramble Champions of the World for the 28th annual running this past weekend down. The crowd goes wild for sure, and to say the least. Oh, and we were just getting to know Norm there just a little bit and know exactly what's going on with Walker. We'll catch up with you in just a second. I know we got some big news to talk about with you, and we got some things to talk about with this past weekend's racing too. But so Norm, you're heading out January 1st. You're going to be building Supercross tracks and all that stuff throughout the course of the winter. But one of your summertime jobs is playing dad to Levi Cohen, who is one of the top GNCC racers and also promoter extraordinaire down there at Fast Tracks, man. You guys got a busy year coming up ahead of you.
Yeah, it seems like every year is busy with racing around our house, but we figured it up last year, and I was at a racetrack of some sort, 41 weekends out of the year. So, it's very busy around our house when it comes to time for racing.
Wow, that's a lot of racetracks. Walker, how many racetracks you think you spent your weekends at?
What was that?
How many weekends you think you spent a year at a racetrack?
Oh, I would say between 34 and 40 probably.
34 and 40. So you even got the great Walker Fowler beat there, Norm Bickley.
Well, I do a lot of racing. I get him I get my numbers up in January and February while he is home nesting in the winter.
There you go. That's for sure. A lot of miles and a lot of tracks for sure. Now down there at Fast Tracks, you guys got a pretty big thing going on down there. I know that Supercross has always been a tradition down there at the facility, but something that has really taken off for you guys is what they call MotoGP, man, and that is like the big phenomena around here at this point in time, man. It's kind of like a cross between hare scrambles and motocross all thrown into one.
Yeah, it's actually really fun time, and it's a cool deal because we can prep the track. About 90% of it, it's almost a 4-mile loop, and we can disc and water it and everything. So when it's a good day, not raining or something, we can make the track, just like you're going out moto racing, and you don't get your bikes all dirty, and you don't get don't tear up all your stuff like you would in a in a traditional cross country race. And you get to ride longer than you do in a traditional motocross race, so the more bang for your buck.
Yeah, kind of a happy medium in between it all, huh?
Yeah, you get to ride for an hour and you don't tear up all your stuff.
That always seems like a lot of fun. And folks can find out more about that, how, Norm, if they want to know more about the 2013 season coming up?
It's going to be on fasttracksracing.com. I think it's already up, our new schedule, and then also on, I guess you like us on Facebook or something like that. I'm not really computer friendly, but I think you like it on Facebook, and you can get our new schedule also.
Okay, great. And with that, we turn our attention to Walker Fowler, and we talk a little bit about this weekend. Walker, again, congratulations to you. Probably the second biggest, if not the biggest win of the season for you, huh?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and of course, it was. Tell us a little bit about the weekend, man. I mean, this is something that you've been doing for a couple of years now, haven't you?
Well, sort of. I did one last year with Levi, which is Norm's son, and we did okay. We both had our issues. I mean, basically, we just got our butts handed to us. So I had to go, with the older, wiser dad, and conquer the world, basically.
Well, tell me something, man, because what's really wild is, we had all the hype and everything going into last week. Braden Henthorn and not Braden Henthorn. Yeah, Braden Henthorn and Pat McGuire were coming into that one, and we didn't see them at all. I mean, we were lined up on the starting line, and I get a message, hey, man, we still got like a couple people showing up, then a couple of late sign-ups. And lo and behold, it was that duo that showed up at the very last instant. And I know you guys had some competition on the line. Team Ginger was out there, Levi and Cohen and Seth Mumford. You knew they were going to be tough to beat. The Matt team, Team Matt Pierce and Matt Hanna, they were there. They were going to be tough to beat. And then the McGuire and Henthorn team shows up, and I bet you guys are thinking, wow, we really got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know, I can run with those guys pretty easily, I think. And, but everybody has a day when, they're tough to beat. And those guys, the season's over. Basically, we all got nothing to lose. So, we can ride a little bit harder because if you get hurt, you got time to heal up. So you might take that chance that you normally wouldn't. And, it's some big bragging rights for sure. But I know Norman's going to put 100% into it. Technically you can't give more than 100%. But,
I'm still not sure of that.
That's inside joke there. But after the race, he said he definitely gave 110 and that you were a liar. And there is such a thing as 110%. So.
No, Norm, you were just running on 90% all day. You didn't, when you reached down and got that extra 10% that you thought you were running 100, you finally achieved 100 is what it was, man. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I know that I thought I was doing 6 laps, and I gave 100% for 6 laps, and then Walker didn't get the white flag, and I had to do one more, and that was an extra 10%, I guarantee you.
All right, man, I'll give you that. But take us down to that last couple of laps. That was a lot of strategy. You said you guys had talked about that going out to dinner the night before. And there were a lot of laps. I mean, you guys were only turning like 8-minute lap times, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Crazy. Good, or you started it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think we did 15 laps. And, we were thinking it was going to be 14, and we had a strategy of me running 6 and him running 8, which would be one of the 50%, and then he didn't get the white flag. So I have my bike running ready to go just in case, and I had to do that one more lap to get my 1 of 50. And it kind of worked out, but it was kind of scary for me.
Yeah, because didn't you have to take it down to the checkers? I mean, you had both the team Matt and the Henthorn and the McGuire team right behind you, man, that last lap.
Well, I didn't take it to checkers. Walker actually took it to checkers, but he didn't get the white flag, so I had to go out. And he did the second flag lap, but they ran me down, and they was all over me, but I held them off until I passed back to Walker, and he ran us in for the championship.
That's what it was. I knew they were all over your back wheel. I couldn't remember. I guess it was for the white flag, and then Walker did. That was pretty exciting. Walker, you had those boys, like you say, man, you can run with them, but those short lap times, and they're feeling squirrely out there that day, man. You had your work cut out for you, I bet you, that last lap.
Yeah, I mean, Norm did an awesome job, got the whole shot, led the first lap, and was just, taking full advantage of like a 10-foot wide track. I think he was making himself about 30-foot wide. And, just keeping them behind him as long as he could, which it's all strategy, and it worked out good. So, shoot, where was it? Anyway, I get on the bike, and I just decided I'm gonna go Kerouac, and I ended up on my lid. I got tangled up with Matt Pierce, and he didn't know what happened. I could see it coming before it ever happened. I just got out of control. I don't even. It was ridiculous. So I ended up on the head and about killing us both. Broke my first neck brace, so that was pretty exciting. But obviously it did its job. So then everything's all bent up and screwed up. So I got to get back on the thing and take off. And luckily, those 2 laps, Norm was able to. When I gave it back to him, he was able to catch back up and do his job. I definitely needed him to do his part. He definitely did, because I was slacking pretty hard because I was laying on the ground.
Wow. You were laying on the ground the last lap?
No, the first lap.
Oh, the first lap. The first lap. Okay, I was like, wow. But winning that, and you guys, like I say, it was a lot of fun and everything. And Walker, with that, it is a good way, I guess you could say, to go out on a note and some bragging rights and things like that. But, I know we had a chance to talk a little bit. You got some big things coming up for the 2013 season, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Real excited. About working with Ampro Yamaha. That's who we've moved to. Been working with Balance Racing the last 2 years, and they've been really awesome to me, and definitely appreciate everything they've done. Just the way everything's working out, going to Ampro Yamaha, which is the dirt bike team. Randy Hawkins has been with them 18 years, and I think he's going to have a real good program as far as pushing my career in the right direction, and definitely coming back with a bunch of our sponsors that we had last year. Not going to be any real big changes. Hopefully, if any of the big changes are for the better too. So I know Toby Reed's supposed to be listening from Moto Experts. Real excited to be working with them again as far as motor packages go, and Lone Star. I know we're going to be working with them a bunch. And trying to think. I know Maxxis Tires and probably Hyper Wheels absolutely will be back with us. So I mean, your big your big sponsors that are going to basically be putting the bike together are all coming back. So I'm real excited about that.
Well, that's pretty cool. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, whoa, and Pro. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, did you go back to the motorcycles? And probably another big question, are you going to be parking ATVs under the semi, or are you going to have your own deal going on there?
I'm going to have my own deal going on. If you follow me at Walker_Fowler on Twitter or on Facebook there, you see this giant marshmallow trailer I just bought. College fund. So, looks like school's not the future.
That's the college fund, huh?
Yeah, that's what's going across the back of it. It's on Mama Cruise.
It's going to be like a big ship or something, that out on the ocean or something. You always got to name it. This is going to be called the College Fund.
Yeah. She's my 14-foot tall, 8.5-foot wide marshmallow that I love so dearly.
I want to see that on the side of the SS College Fund.
Yeah, that's called exactly. No, I'm real excited about it. It's a stacker trailer. If you've ever seen our black trailer, it's Dad has tried to weld it back together, and we got mice and rats and squirrels and things falling out of the bottom of it. This thing is something else. We had to make a move, and you might as well, if you're going to spend money, you might as well make it look and last your career.
Yep. That's for sure. You're going to have that for a while unless you start dragging it through a couple of too many ditches and things like that. Just be careful of who you have placing you out there whenever you head out in the open fields and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't need any axles getting ripped off or anything. I'll cry.
Well, your one trailer's in the shape it is for a reason, dude.
Yeah, it didn't start out that way, that's for sure. But this was my young hellion days, so it's just like, oh, Mom and Dad bought it, so I'm going to beat the tar out of it, and I'm not going to care. Well, I paid for this one, so if my dad starts getting into a tree or something, I'm probably going to knock him out.
That's great, man. That's great. So what's the winter hold for you?
Well, that's an awful good question. Hoping to go down to Florida around the 27th. Me and my good buddy, Mr. Bryce Miner, who's actually sitting in the vehicle with me right now. It's his birthday, so me and I'm just going to go ahead and name him that way they can get a shout out into Eric Miner on the left. We got Mr. Austin Miner, Chase Green, and Kyle Schaefer hanging out in the back. So I had to get that shout out in there for him. But oh man, time to roll the window down.
Uh-oh.
But basically, I ate a lot of cheese. I get to be at home and hang out with these guys, which is not something I get to do very often. So I went to school with all of them. I've been good buddies with them for 10, 12 years probably. So definitely fortunate that I get to come and hang out and get stunk out of trucks and stuff. But
yeah.
Like I said, hopefully headed down the 27th and then fly back to the banquet, and then hopefully a couple days after the banquet, seek refuge till about April.
Wow. Well, at least I know I've got a place down south to stay this winter, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's all I need to know, man. I've got plenty of that. Any news on what your teammates doing? I know there's probably a lot of questions, and I'm sure there's plenty of speculation that people's going with. But have you talked to Taylor? Has he released anything yet?
No. Taylor's being real, calm, collective, and quiet. Typical TK. So I hope he's, if he's racing, I'm sure he's already getting it figured out as far as bikes and traveling. He already, basically lives in Florida. If he's not in Bowling Green with his new wife, and I guess we'll wait and see. It's going to be just as much a surprise for me as it is everybody else.
Wow. Well, that's pretty interesting stuff, and can't wait to see what 2013 holds. That's for sure. Some new blood coming into the class, and there's going to be a lot of changes up there from what I'm hearing, and Walker's just a little change of that. Chris Borch could be seeing a change, and don't know if you heard anything about Borch's program yet. I know you guys are probably not the tightest in the world, but you guys still communicating and talking stuff.
Yeah, man, we talk, and he's actually confirmed what he's going to be riding next year.
Oh, great. We'll have to find out what that is from him sometime then soon, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can tell you, though, if you really want to know.
Can you? You can tell it?
Yeah, I can tell you.
Can you really? And he won't get upset for still. Has he already released it? I haven't been following a lot of the things going on.
Oh, I mean, he's got it all over the internet.
Oh, well, see, I haven't even been on the internet. Well, let her out, bud. Let her rip, Tater Chip, because I want to know.
Yeah, he's going to be riding Kimco's. Everybody knows it.
I knew it was coming, man. I knew it was coming. And I knew he would make him $1 million a race, too. I knew he was.
Exactly. Yep.
Kimco's.
That is really bad if anybody Kimco ever used it. I try to focus on it. It's just they don't really make a sport quad. So.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, man.
It's one of those things.
It's one of those things. It was funny, man. You had me going, I'm hook, line, and sinker, dude. I mean, I am landed on the bank. I am dinner for tonight as far as fishing is concerned, man, because you got me good right there. I thought you had some big old news that I hadn't heard yet.
No, yes, you can. I'm just one big old letdown.
Oh, no, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. But well, all right, guys. So I tell you what, it's Thanksgiving Eve. I'm sure you guys have got turkeys in the oven and thawing. They're getting ready to go in the oven, and Mama's probably making stuffing and everything. Well, I know probably it smells like in your truck, Walker, you guys have already eaten Thanksgiving dinner someplace already. But aside from that,
exactly.
I know it's a big day. Norm, you got big plans tomorrow, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, all the family things.
That's great. And Walker, you got anything you going to eat tomorrow? Or you just going to? It's going to be another day for you.
Probably going to hammer down on some turkey. A tryptophan, and then probably wake up Friday and try to figure out what happened.
You going deer hunting on Monday?
What?
Are you going deer hunting Monday?
If I get a gun, maybe I'll splurge and go get one.
You don't have a gun, man? You're friends with...
I got. See, the thing is, I got a shotgun for shooting, but that's a little bit different. If I was hunting turkeys or ducks, I'd be in good shape. But I don't think shot on a deer would be probably the best thing.
What kind of gun you got?
It's a 12 gauge shotgun. It's a LA Super 90.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. You know what? The 12 gauge is normally the gun of choice for the Ohio hunter. So you've got the perfect gun. You just need to get a deer slug.
Yeah, in a different barrel.
Oh, okay, you got a different barrel. Ah, I see. But you know what, man? You can blow the choke right out of them with a good slug. I've done it before, man. They'll shoot deer just fine.
Oh yeah.
It's not advised necessarily, but it's definitely possible. But guys, I just want to say thanks to you for being a part of tonight. Norm, again, thanks and congratulations, man. That 9 championships in 9 years in a row. You had 8 in the vet class, and now 1 as a co-champion of the world with the pro class. I know that's got to be the highlight and the pinnacle of your career right now.
Yes, it is, for sure.
I love the modesty of Norm. Yes, it is, for sure.
He's so excited.
Yeah, the thing is, I wish we could have caught the enthusiasm after the race, man, because he was really talking trash after that on Sunday night, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk trash on the radio, though, because I don't want to ruin my good reputation. I like space stuff.
Well, that's completely understandable. But
I can tell you right now, at our house, though, there's a lot of yes sirs and no sirs. I gained a little respect this weekend.
You earned a little respect. That's true. You did. You beat Levi and Seth pretty badly, too, didn't you?
That's right.
That's right. That's where I want to be right now, is at that house. I bet Sunday night was torture for that poor young man, man. That had to be hilarious. Did Shauna get it on tape by any chance?
I had to get there. I came home on the way to school and then drove 4 hours to go to work on Monday morning.
Oh, ouch. Yeah. That made for an interesting Monday, that's for sure. Walker?
Riding the red class and riding the pro class, I ended up with 14 laps in that day.
Wow. You raced, that was almost an Ironman for you that day, man.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to Ironman it, though, because I needed Walker's help in the afternoon.
And he needed yours, man. He needed yours. Walker, buddy, I want to say thanks to you as well, man. Thanks for being a part of Quad Radio Live tonight, all right?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me on as usual, man.
All right, and thanks for the announcements. And again, on behalf of Norm there and Walker, we want to say thanks to all of you for listening tonight. Impact Solutions Factory Authorized Service, Elka Suspension, and also thanks to SSI Decals at ssidecals.com on the World Wide Web. For Norm Bickley and Walker Fowler, as well as earlier this evening, our good friend there from the Snowcross and ATV Motocross, Mr. Travis Moore. I'm Rodney Tomlin saying good evening, everybody. This is Quad Radio Live.